to give them the advantage here against Canada. Well, we had to wait 36 years. We had to wait another 90 minutes. But 2 minutes in today, Canada have their first goal here at the Men's World Cup in history.
And what a special goal it was. Really tremendous quality in that goal. Good stuff from Buchanan. He knows exactly what he's trying to do, and that's what you want from the opposite wide man. Get into the middle, be in support. Croatia controlled and Canada off to a fabulous start.
He was running from Denmark.
The 23rd goal for Alfonso Davies in just his 37th appearance for his country. It means so much to him, especially after missing that penalty the other night and missing that opportunity for Canada to get a foothold in the opening game against Belgium. But on this stage, they delivered very early, and the pressure is now firmly back on Croatia, whose head coach Zlatko Dalic was under so much pressure after a poor performance in their opening match. And all the kerfuffle with John Herdman's comments almost turned out the Croatian media against Canada rather than against their coach.
Yeah, the pressure was on Dalic before John Herdman used some choice words, and everyone rallied around that. They were trying to find a cause in that moment. But the way Canada started this match, I said it in the pre-game towards this, it's about what you do on the pitch. In Canada, they've started tremendously well. There's a long time to go in this game, but the determination and the spirit, the tactics so far have been spot on by John Herdman and these Canadian men.
Zlatko Dalic, the 56-year-old former midfielder, the first Croatian coach to take charge at 2 World Cups, to the 2018 final. He's only lost one of 8 matches at a World Cup as a head coach. Novakovic out to the near side for Dan Lovren, a Champions League winner in his 6 years with Liverpool. Modric's got ahead to that, and it's brought down by Tejan Buchanan. But now though, Croatia coming forward down the right side.
Roasted Sunday.
Go on Sunday.
Out of all the Sundays, you can go.
Across the back it comes to Juranovic, the Celtic right back, 27-year-old in his first World Cup. According to reports, could potentially be leaving Celtic in January, and maybe the replacement will be Canada's Alistair Johnston, who is set to be in the closing stages of the move from Montreal to the Scottish Giants. Johnston talking in glowing terms this week about Celtic as a club, but obviously wanting to choose to focus on the World Cup in hand right now. Out it comes to Kramaric, who's moved to the right side today for Croatia, twisting and turning against Richie Larea. He takes a deflection off to get a touch. And he did okay.
A bit risky. I thought he was just going to palm it over the crossbar, but he keeps it in and then collects it well. Nice move from Croatia. Their first real moments in the game. Good switch from Perisic to Kramaric, who was twisting and turning, and it's dealt with by Borjan.
And out there by Modric is Stefano Stacchio. Johnston. Richie Larea able to bring it down. He switched across to the left today, having been up and down that right flank with good effect in the opener. Picked up here by Juranovic. Guardiola. And now Juranovic down the right side. Croatia tying 0-0 with Morocco at Al-Bayt Stadium in their opener. They scored in 11 previous World Cup matches ahead of the opener there. Modric under pressure. Brozovic going back here to Joško Guardiola, the Leipzig man. Down the left from Sosa.
Now it's free.
Victoria heads forward. This is Jonathan David. And now Tejan Buchanan, who was instrumental in providing that goal for Alfonso Davies to get Canada's first World Cup goal. Davies just the 9 behind Christine Sinclair now in terms of Canadians scoring at World Cups. Got a long way to
He's
go.
going to catch Christine Sinclair. Certainly the best of the women's side, no question about that. What a goal though, and quite fitting that effect to Davies.
Buchanan off to the races down the right side up against Bono Sosa. Can he get the better of the defender over there? And it comes for Hutchinson. Atiba Hutchinson, the first man to reach 100 appearances for Canada. Multiple players have done it on the women's side. Christine Sinclair, well over 300. Sophie Schmidt passed the 200 mark as well. Here's Alfonso Davies. Davies. I wonder if the flag might go up now. He was offside.
He was a little late. He looked offside a couple of yards.
But
again, good play from Canada. Good pressure on the football. Winning it back in good areas. And they're playing early balls into the front man. Davies in a nice little pocket there. A couple of yards. Pretty obvious decision for the assistant referee. Vardiel got back well to make a challenge.
Croatia unbeaten in their last 4 group stage matches, winning 3 of them. Here they come down the left side. Johnston trying to defend as the cross is too deep. Here comes Modric, the Real Madrid man, trying to pull the strings down the right.
Yeah, nobody coming in at the back post there. Both strikers made runs to the middle and near. Perisic with not a bad ball to the back post actually. Nobody in the Croatian shot was there. That's the issue. They've done a great job so far. David or Larin making sure Brozovic is picked up, but unlocked there by a lovely little flick from Modric to open things up. So we see that Davies header again. Tremendous.
Ivan Perisic, who was involved in that, scored 5 goals in 11 World Cup appearances, including in the semi-final and the final back in 2018. Here's Atiba Hutchinson in the midfield. Eustachio talking at the press conference yesterday, saying he remembers when Canadian players used to get excited for games against Bermuda. Nothing against Bermuda, he said, but this is a completely different level, and how quickly this program has moved to this level in the space of the 4 years John Hurtman has been in charge. Perisic down that far side once again, and well defended there by Alistair Johnston, who's got his hands full.
Johnston needs help. There's another example where Perisic is 1v1. One of the best in the world at driving at fullbacks and down the line, crosses in the box. It's not an easy task, but Buchanan can double up as much as he can. Or one of the midfielders can go over and really help Johnston this evening.
And every time you win, you get points. And that's like.
The referee just having a word to calm things down inside the penalty area. It's his first game of this World Cup. The man in charge today from Uruguay. Plenty of movement as Croatia goes short there. Kramaric playing it back out to Modric on the far side. Modric with the cross in. Hutchinson gets a foot to it. Here comes Canada on the counter. Just didn't quite work out for Davies. He wanted a free kick, nothing given. And Eustachio will hammer it away, but that could well be going out for a corner. It is.
Yeah, it looked like a corner, a bit wild from Eustachio. Doing a good job of getting back towards that penalty spot. It's important, the movement in the box. Canada concentrate from second and third phase of attacks.
Perisic going across to take the throw. And that's right at the end of the first game against Morocco. Perisic launching that one in off the head of Vittoria. The Rea has to flick it forward. And then Davies gets ahead to it. Can Canada clear down this side? Jonathan David up towards halfway. Dushko Gvardiol going back there to get it. His first World Cup. Played in the Euros. Made his debut just a week before the Euros. Then started all 4 games as they went out in the round of 16 the Sunday before last. That was better by Johnson. Did really well there to get over to Perisic quickly and not give him the space to
knock it and use the pace of his.
Well, after the Morocco win earlier, any of the teams could still finish top or could still go home. Group F has all to play for. And Canada in front early here, just 67 seconds the timing when Alphonso Davies rose to head home from this man Buchanan's cross. He gets the foul on the far side.
Canada slow the play down here, just calm it a little bit, and working really hard to prevent the Croatians having too much space. It's now about just taking the sting out of the game for a minute or so here.
Nice ball forward. Space here. Jonathan David turns. Alphonso Davies giving chase. Croatia with a throw. Right back near their own corner flag. It was 2002, the last time Croatia had consecutive 0-0s. It won't be happening now today because they trail. 2006, the last time they failed to win the first two group games, beaten by Brazil and tied 0-0 with Japan. In fact, in 5 previous World Cups, Croatia have never lost the second game of the group stage, winning 4 of them and drawing 1. But they're behind early here today against the Canada side, who've already scored a first goal at the Men's World Cup and are looking for their first ever points. Larea cutting inside. Hutchinson. Eustachio. Here's Larin. Larin's ball, and it's a good one. Alphonso Davies just muscled off the ball there. And he gives away the free kick.
Yeah, brilliant defending from Kovacic, got back well there. Good football from Canada, a nice little flat ball in from Kyle Larin. Davies was in the middle, but Kovacic was onto it and made a very good defensive play.
Alphonso Davies' goal after 68 seconds, the fastest goal in a group stage match at the World Cup since Dempsey scored after 29 seconds for the US against Ghana in 2014. Lovren. Milanovic looking up with Modric. Brozovic forward. We mentioned in the pre-game show the opportunity we got when we were away with Canada in Austria and Slovakia in late September to go to Tapol Stadium in Austria and see Croatia in action in a Nations League game on that day with a 3-man midfield. But they haven't got into the tournament so far. That trio of Modric, Brozovic and Kovacic. Vittoria having to defend, and he was able to hold off Levaya.
Really interesting to watch the tactics here. Eustachio's following Modric around most places, not allowing him time to get his head up and dictate the tempo. Hutchison pretty much on Kovacic, and then Larin or David are doing an excellent job of making sure they know where Brozovic is.
Already all out to the far side.
Oh, I didn't know you were.
Now into Luka Modric, the little magician in the midfield. Kovacic, the Chelsea man. Borna Sosa with a high cross in. Bojan comes to punch. Picked up by Juranovic. This is danger.
It's Perisic's touch just let him down a little bit. Johnson reacted very well. He was just trampled on by Ivan Perisic. Brilliant as well to come for this one. I think he should collect it. Really need to punch it. It's not a good punch. A lovely ball from Juranovic to Perisic. But Johnson was there. Perisic's touch is letting him down at the most important moment.
I've always said I like the black kit best.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Canada's had some big moments in this black kit. Miller. Now Eustachio down the left side. 25 roll from Leamington, Ontario. He's in possession once more. Space for Kyle Larin, the Bruges striker, into the path of Johnston. Tejan Buchanan got his 7th assist on that Davies goal for his country. Buchanan, lovely ball through, flicks it back. Novakovic able to play.
Great football. Larin heavily involved. He's getting a lot of joy off the front. Guardiola and Lovren don't want to follow him into that gap. Then again, found there in space, switching to the opposite side. Good football. He just missed his touch a little bit, trying to get it back to Tejan Buchanan.
Canada scored the most goals in the final round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, 23 of them in total. They also had 7 more clean sheets in 14 games. Here's Davies. Now it's Hutchinson. Larin laid up for Buchanan. He's got Johnston coming forward down the right, but he'll look instead to the left, and Juranovic under little pressure puts it out. Croatia feeling the heat right now.
Yeah, very bad head of that from Juranovic. Novakovic should have gave him a call and just had a nice little comfortable chest back. Johnson was on the outside there, trying to get forward to give Buchanan an option and use that to his advantage to try and find the back post.
Croatia didn't face a corner in their opening draw against Morocco, so this is number 1 for the tournament, and it's going short as it comes back out here for Kamal Miller. Fardy on the way. Unconvincing though, Croatia.
Panic again, wasn't it? They just don't really look settled in that back line at all.
Canada winning 4 of their last 10 after a run of 6 wins in a row. The 1 win in the last 4 coming against Japan in the final friendly before the World Cup started. One of those games in that last 4 there was a strength team against Bahrain before the players arrived.
You're that old already?
From Europe. Sosa getting forward down that left side. Kramaric on the end of it, just nods it down here towards Lukaku. Straight away by Eustaquio.
Good defending, very patient there.
Terrible defending from Juranovic allows Davies to run at pace down the left side. David made the run in, and Davies just feeds it behind the man from Lille.
It was in between both of them. David made a nice run across the front, but Larin had not come round enough to try and get the cutback ball that Davies attempted.
Lovren. Guardiola. Juranovic. Kramaric. Hoffenheim man, Andrej Kramaric started right down the middle for Croatia in their opener. Sosa. Sosa's brought into the middle, hidden away by Montreal's Kamal Miller. David turning it around. Lovren can get there. Lovren now playing his club football with Zenit, St. Petersburg. Carrying this one forward towards the two box. Goyan is able to claim it. Smart goal via the Hadju split striker.
A tremendous run from Kovacic leaves Atiba Hutchinson for dead here. It's too much pace and quality. Nice little bit of movement there from Marco Lavaya.
Shout out to my barber Odie if you're watching.
Kamal Miller back a little bit, can't get the finish on it. That's a warning sign for Canada, especially in that middle of the park area. The way that Kovacic just drifted past Hutchinson was a concern.
Lavaya leading the Croatian league right now in goals and assists. The 69-year-old who played the last 20 minutes of the opener off the bench, replacing Kramaric towards the end of the game against Morocco. Still at the midway mark in the first half here at Khalifa International Stadium, one of the venues that wasn't built solely for the World Cup. Athletics Championships in 2019. Lovely play from Davies. Guardiola with the foot to it. Johnston's cross.
Croatia hanging on. Davies having an incredible match here. Some of his movements, his dribbling ability, the way he's releasing the ball this evening, look, it's top stuff.
John Herdman said he was pleased with Davies, proud of the way that he stuck to the plan tactically and was disciplined in that deeper defensive position against Belgium. But he must be delighted here that the Rangers are off a little bit and he could play further forward. Alphonso Davies.
He wants to be, isn't it, in the attacking zones. He's finding some good spaces where it's out wide, they're coming inside. So some really excellent moments.
Davies laying it off from Stacchio. Canada on the front foot. Johnston. Buchanan. Johnston's cross into the middle, cleared away by Guardiola. Sosa across on the far side, but Canada get it straight back here with Buchanan. Battling in the midfield there with Brozovic. They just can't seem to find a way out right now, the runners-up from 2018.
A bit of risky pass square there, but Lauren Red just couldn't quite collect it in.
Uriah. Zlatko Dalic said his side deserved to be respected in the war of words leading into this game. But it's Canada right now who are turning heads around the world. They did so after the first game. That was one of the great things. All the messages I had from around the globe of people who didn't know anything about this Canadian team, who said they loved watching them, were impressed with what they saw, and felt that Canada were a legitimate team to be here on this stage.
Yeah, it's such an exciting group to watch. Neutral, it's positive football, it's direct football, it's about trying to get in behind and express yourself. And they did all of the things against Belgium, just couldn't find the finishing touch, created the chances, maybe lacked the quality or the composure at vital moments. And it's about learning on this stage, and you can already see so far, 25 minutes in, that lessons have been learned. Canada have been excellent for the first 25 minutes, they've been the better team.
Well, this Croatian side was in form. Only one defeat in the last 17 matches, winning 11 of those. Had a decent Nations League campaign. They won 5 in a row before the 0-0 with Morocco. Is this offside? Kramaric is in around the back here. It's Kramaric. It's 1-1, but the flag goes over.
Woo! Thank you.
The assistant referee waiting to see what happened before raising the flag as his instruction, but it did look as if Kramaric was offside at first glance.
Yeah, first glance is an offside in the middle here. He's just there receiving the two in the middle. Kramaric thinks he's run well. He's onside, but I think it's that first one that was offside. Once they work it to Kramaric, he takes it extremely well, but Lavaya in the middle, I just strayed. Maybe it was a leg, a knee, but he was offside. Big decision for Canada. The right decision. But again, a little warning saying Brozovic is leaving that number 6 position now at the base of the midfield loop. He's drifting into forward areas. That midfield trio, the movement that they provide, is causing a couple of problems for Canada. Very difficult for Lauren or David to track their runs right back into a very defensive area.
Canada having 22 shots the other night and didn't score. Today they've had 1, and Alphonso Davies has the goal. And it came just a little over a minute into this match. The second game of the group stage for Canada and Croatia here at the International Stadium. It's Tejan Buchanan on a tear down the right side once again. Is he fouled?
I thought it was a foul. He just teased Guardiola, and it looked like he didn't get much of the ball.
Kramaric down the right. Lavaya. Perisic. Challenged by Johnston. And Buchanan hammering it up towards halfway. Only 4 of Croatia's starting 11 today started the World Cup final in 2018. Lovren, Brozovic, Modric and Perisic. Kramaric did play in that game, coming off the bench late on. Larea, under pressure here, needs to get rid of it, and he's fouled.
What?
Do you think that's what he was trying for? I think he was trying to get his control there. He was composed, he took it well. There's the offside decision. Victoria was just ahead of Larea there. Good decision. Assistant referee realised right away he did the right thing. He allowed the play to go on. Well taken by Kramaric, the slots that past Milan Borjan, but to his dismay and his manager, Zlatko Dalic, the offside flag goes up.
If you're joining a little late, it was Alphonso Davies scoring 68 seconds into the game from Tajon Buchanan's cross, a header from the Bayern Munich man to get those fans off their feet very early in this one. Just the one change for Canada's starting lineup today from the opening day defeat against Belgium. It was Hoyland making way. So slightly unlucky. He played really well, I think, but John Levin just wanted to do things in the presence of Kyle Laren up top today.
Very unlucky. It was excellent. It's about different players for different matches. And so far, John Hirtley's been proving absolutely right to pick Kyle Laren. He's had great moments. He's done a great job of finding that little space behind the Croatian midfield off the back two of Guardiola and Dejan Lovren.
Laren, the men's national team's leading goal scorer. Sosa down the left side. He became the challenge.
And the decision given, it looked like a foul.
Sosa couldn't believe it. With that form, maybe got Canada's way. David down the left here. Davies. He was knocked off the ball there by Dan Lovren, and a free kick given. Dan Lovren protesting towards the referee, Andres Matonte. By the way, he's 34 years old, so captain's older than him today when they went for the coin toss in this game.
The referee in his first World Cup match and gives a free kick here for the arm of Dejan Lovren across the shoulder into the jaw area of Alphonso Davies. Correct decision was made. He didn't want Davies to use that strength and pace of his. It's in an advantageous area. This it looks like it's going to be a bit of an injury for Alphonso Davies. The guys are up from the back to try and get the end of it.
So it's Davies, the goal scorer, standing over the free kick just past the half-hour mark here. Victoria, Miller, both forward from the back. Davies swings it in, and it comes out towards Stefano Stacchio, who will play it back for Richie Larea. The man on loan, back at Toronto FC, having spent some time with Nottingham Forest, as they got promoted from the English Championship to the Premier League. Johnston heading forward. David. Through towards Stacchio.
Great run and really good idea from David.
Perisic giving chase straight down the left side. Buchanan rushing back. And that was a fortuitous bounce there for Canada.
That's fabulous cover though from Tajon Buchanan. To understand that his teammate centre-back, Stephen Vittorio, was in a bit of bother with the pace of Perisic. He did a great job of putting on the jets, getting back into the air and making a very good challenge.
Perisic moving to Tottenham from Inter last July. His next Croatia goal will see him tie Mario Mandzukic for second all-time. Brilliant first half for Canada against Belgium, then just undone with a lapse in concentration just before half-time. Got 15 minutes or so with the stoppage time that will be added here for
them to take this lead, which they've had since the second minute through to the break. Yeah, I was just going to say they've done a tremendous job of working extremely hard to prevent space for Croatia. And everyone out there is doing their job really well. To keep that concentration, keep up the work rate. Canada still look very dangerous when they have a couple of passes at the other end.
Miller. Now Larea under some pressure down the right side. Kramaric trying to defend here and keep Canada pegged back. Andres Kramaric in his second World Cup. And that's off Richie Larea for a throw. Juranovic will take it from the right side. Scored 5 goals last year as Celtic won the Scottish League title. He's linked with Atletico Madrid back in the summer. It's decent distance on that throw, and it comes across to the far side where he'll be brought down there by Perisic. Sosa's cross into the middle. Miller flicks it away and kicks to
Let go.
And Richie Larea will just put it out of play as Canada need to calm things down a little bit here defensively.
Yeah, a little bit erratic by Canada in the box here. Doesn't have to get his head to it, but he has to get some height and distance on that. Now wide to safety.
So last time Juranovic got it in towards that penalty spot. Levaya is in there waiting for it. That will go short this occasion to Luka Modric. Juranovic back for Modric. Modric with that teasing ball in. Johnston heads it away. Modric once again. Brozovic. Sosa. Marcelo Brozovic, his 79th cap. Gvardiol, just his 14th. They get Croatia through the middle.
Oh!
Fabulous save from Borjan. Terrific football from Croatia. Let's go through the gears and play it so well to create that opportunity for Levaya. First touch was good, he went for power. And Milan Borjan stood tall.
Crazy bastard.
Second save of the day for Borjan, a second corner of the game for Croatia. Inside the final 10 minutes of the first half. Luka Modric standing over it, the 37-year-old magician. The outswinger. Miller heads away.
I got it, hold on. Yeah.
Sosa. Gvardiol. Kovacic. Johnston trying to defend his that one steps through. Kramaric for Croatia. It's 1-1. Canada's lightning start in this game is erased as the runners-up from 2018 are back on level terms.
The influence of Kovacic is all over this goal again. Lovely ball out wide. That's a tremendous reverse pass to Kramaric, who's in the space. Ivan Perisic plays it with the perfect way, knowing that the Hoffenheim man can just come onto that with his left foot. And it's all about the precision of the finish. Doesn't try to blast this one too hard, just shapes it past Milan Borjan into the side netting. Wonderful finish from Andrej Kramaric. And Croatia draw the match level.
His 21st international goal, the last one coming from the penalty spot against France in the Nations League last June. And some pressure lifted off the shoulders of Zlatko Dalic. Kramaric, the scorer in the quarter-final against Russia back in 2018, gets his second World Cup goal, and Tejan Buchanan is down. early signs that they were able to come through the Canadian defence prior to the goal.
They just got stuck in there a little bit, Luke. They couldn't clear the ball. There was nobody. They could have went a bit longer, I think, in my opinion, to try and get it up to David and Lauren to hold it up a little bit.
Davies swings it in. Flicked in by Vittoria. Hutchinson was trying to get there. Eustachio will go back out to Alphonso Davies on that far side. Brozovic across to defend. And Atiba Hutchinson couldn't get the foot in. It's Kramaric down the left side here for Croatia. Walking a little bit at the back here. He's got the Vire in the middle. He cuts one way, then the other. And now Boyan will play.
He'll claim it and try and settle things down. We'll slow the play and getting a bit stretched here, Canada, as the ball's going end to end.
Larin chasing. Sosa, the Stuttgart man, getting it back on his 10th appearance for his country. Once again, Canada providing unmissable TV at the World Cup.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff, isn't it? We're on the edge of the seat. Here's suppose most people are at home. Real gutsy performance by Canada. And the level that they're playing it here is extremely high. The levels of concentration, talent, ability. Canada doing a very admirable job here of staying with one of the best teams in the world.
Eustachio is down, which is a concern. He did have some injury issues heading into the tournament here. Missed the last couple of games. So we would like to see this. Eustachio, the Porto man, started all 6 Champions League games in the group stage for them.
Just a look at the goal there from Croatia. The way they worked that ball was really good, and Kramaric had just found a little pocket of space. Canada couldn't communicate quickly enough to get someone on the striker, and finished it very, very well.
Eustachio met with the media yesterday, and John Herdman was sitting by his side in the official pre-match press conference. Herdman talking about how he's not met anyone with Eustachio's incredible attention to detail. Talked about how proud of Eustachio he is from a position where he was being written off, starting in the 3rd division in Portugal and now playing in the Champions League. Had that huge injury when he moved to Mexico as well, just a few years ago, that sidelined him. But Eustachio,
Sonia, if you're listening, you better give Adam a birthday present.
to commit to this Canadian national team, and it's worked out for everybody.
Yeah, it certainly has, and he gets better and better with every game. Stefan Eustachio is a perfectionist. He's someone who works incredibly hard to get better, and someone who puts in a tremendous amount of work to try and hold his game and perfect it and get it better every single year. And he's showing that on the Champions League level now with Porto.
Inside the final 4 minutes of the first half here, Kramaric levelling things up in the 37th minute after John Herdman's men took a 2nd-minute lead for Alphonso Davies. The stadium, the venue where Liverpool won the Club World Cup back in 2019. 1-0 win against Slovenia. Boyan downfield. Guardiola up for the header. Eustachio. Johnston. Down the right side looking for Tejan Buchanan. Off against Paulo Sosa.
It's a good ball from Johnson down the side, stretching Sosa and trying to get Buchanan moving. It'll be more difficult for Canada to play out from the back in the last 10-15 minutes. Croatia have done a better job of getting pressure on the Canadian back four.
Johnston back here for Atiba Hutchinson. And
Oh, well,
cap for Canada. Davies.
and that's our giveaway.
Miller. Rattled off towards Hutchinson, but the flag is up for offside. And now quickly coming forward, it's the Interman Brozovic. Into the path of Luka Modric.
Adjustment of Kovacic into a deeper position has really helped Croatia. He's more mobile than Brozovic. He's went a little bit higher, and it's been way more difficult for David Alarin to pick the Chelsea man up.
Juranovic cutting inside. Miller with the sliding tackle. Juranovic able to slide it through. Marco Lafayette with a 2-1 goal for Croatia. Two goals for Zlatko Dalic's side in the final 8 minutes of the half.
It's a little give and go from Juranovic. It catches out Alphonso Davies, and then a little poke between the legs there. Over to Marco Levayan. Johnson's just a little off, and Levayan only needs half a yard to hit a brilliant shot. He just keeps it nice and low. Gives Milan Borja in the eyes a little bit. Goes across the Canadian goalkeeper. He can't get down to it quickly enough. It's a wonderful strike. Delight for the Croatian bench.
Well, the game at this level is unforgiving. And a side as good as Croatia can turn things around pretty quickly. When they get into a rhythm, they get into a groove. And right now, Canada finding it hard to live with them as an attacking force. Perisic, he wants it back. Ivan Perisic with the ball across, Eustáquio up in the air. Headed away by Johnston. 5 minutes of time being added on at the end of the half. Sosa down the left side. Eustáquio away.
Dilly dong, dilly dong.
Do you think John Herdman will be considering any changes at the break here to try and regain the foothold in this match? Sosa's ball into the middle, headed away by Larea. Where do Canada need to try and strengthen here?
I think Canada surprised Croatia with the four at the back, the 4-4-2, and it was certainly working. When someone changed around about the middle of the half, where Croatia went higher on the press, and it made it way more difficult for that four-man defence to get any quality balls out. And what then happened was Croatia just got such a foothold. It was wave after wave of attack. They adjusted some things in the midfield, and they started to have some concerted pressure. Now it's a big decision for Johnny Herdman. He's tried a couple of things, and he's trying to change his formation a little bit to build a bit more consistently.
Larry wanted a free kick, nothing given. As Kramaric, the scorer of the first for Croatia, sweeps that one in, but couldn't find the scorer of the second. Marco Lavalle. Croatia forward down the left side with Perisic. Cut back to Kramaric on the edge of the box. Kramaric on the bar.
And Canada need half-time. Croatia smell blood. They're really on to the Canadians at the moment. Canada look tired. They look like they need to regroup a little here.
Well, I don't think you can expect the assist. Oh, that's 4 tokens right there. You get 2 tokens for assists. You get 1 token. Yeah.
Lavalle into the starting lineup today. Gets his 4th goal on his 16th cap for his country. His first goal at the World Cup. Recalled just last year after a couple of years out of contention. 32 goals last season with Hajduk Split. One of the players that plays football domestically in Croatia. Davies with the ball Jonathan Davies. Johnston to pick it up here. We've seen Canada can cause Croatia some problems. Where midway through the 5 being added on here. Hutchinson for Miller.
Eustachio. Now Vittoria. As for Chaves in Portugal. Hutchinson, a legend with Besiktas in Turkey. David goes down, wanted the free kick, but now Canada outnumbered as Croatia come forward here. Well through for Kramaric down the right side. Kramaric. Turned out to that left side by Brozovic. Levaya. Boyan has to come out. Nice idea. Boyan did well to read it and come out towards it. By a strike again, just more precision than power from the Hadjuk split man. Croatia know all about coming back from behind in World Cups. They did so in the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals at the last World Cup. Here they come once again. Perisic down the left with the cross into the middle of Miller. Hammers it behind. That's a straight ball into David that causes a problem there. Guardiola steps onto it. Then Croatia on the counter-attack again. The magnificent Kovacic into Perisic, and then the speed that makes the ball. Yeah, brilliant. Kovacic is an outstanding player. You can't afford to make a mistake. Canada at best when they get it down the side look, and then they come back into that space off the front. When things open up then for them, they'll have to invest more into the wider areas. Keep Buchanan and Davies to open things up centrally.
Last few seconds of stoppage time here at the end of the half. Canada cannot afford to concede again right now. Brozovic and Modric.
I could see it. Yeah.
Referee with a check of the watch. Blows the whistle for half time. Started an incredible touch for Canada with Alphonso Davies scoring the country's first World Cup goal.
Wow. I guess the camera does have
the first 2 minutes. But then Croatia coming strong towards the end of the half. Kramaric in the 37th minute, Levaya in the 43rd. And at the break here at Khalifa International Stadium, it's Croatia leading Canada by 2 goals to 1.
My good friend Joe.
When it comes to your travel dreams, CIBC Aventura can make it feel like you're already there. You'll earn over 1,200
You know, this TD app makes things so easy. It's got access to your banking, trading, and rewards together.
Pretty sweet. You kids got it so easy. In my day, I had to bank on one app and trade on a completely different app. Know what I did for rewards?
I'm gonna guess the third app.
Third app. It was exhausting.
Isn't he like 7 months older than us?
We graduated together.
It's a whole new world of easy with the TD app.
Sorry, Gary.
TD, ready to help you move forward.
At this special time of year, we all want great appetizers. Busy has you covered with many orders. Like the sushi. Free golden shrimp. How about these shark wings? Mind-blowingly great. This guy will tell you PC is the leader in appetizers.
Over 60 scrumptious appetizers and over 100 other ways to make you a holiday hosting hero.
Get the PC Insiders report now.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Took away our goal. Took our goal, gave it to them.
Canada scores on its only shot on target. Croatia had 4. 45 minutes to survival here at their first World Cup in 36 years. Lithuania and Stephen Colbert.
Thanks, James. It seems as if a double change is coming here for Canada. Eustachio and Larrick to be replaced by Jonathan Osorio and Ismail Kone.
Yeah, Eustachio must be through injury. We saw him go down and look like he's in some discomfort. It's a blow for Canada for sure. Larrin, maybe a bit more of a technical one, or a tactical one, I should say, as Canada try and get an extra body in the midfield. The midfield that Croatia started to dominate after the first 20 minutes of the match, using that numerical advantage of theirs.
Let's go! Oh, okay.
In his 49 games in charge, John Herdman has never lost back-to-back matches. In fact, you have to go back to 2016 for the last time Canada lost consecutive games. But after the double switch at half-time, they find themselves trailing and needing a strong second-half performance to keep any hopes of advancing in there. Just because I don't know. John Herdman's side would see them eliminated from contention.
It could be a change in formation as well, with Canada going back to a 3-5-2 type formation. Wingbacks of Buchanan on the right, Larea on the left, familiar back three, and then a midfield trio of Hutchinson at the base, and Osorio off the right, Kone off the left, Davies and David up top.
Ismail Kone, the 20-year-old, on for his 8th appearance for his country. Having only made his Canada debut last March, having only made his professional debut for CF Montreal a month before that. And Jonathan Osorio, who fought neurological dysfunction through September and October, had to miss the Canada friendlies at the end of September in Vienna and Bratislava. Gets the second 45 minutes here, the man who has played over 300 games for Toronto FC, now going up against one of his idols in the game, Luka Modric. Osorio drawing up a Real Madrid fan, and from the moment the draw was made, he has been looking forward to this opportunity.
Yeah, it's a great moment. I'm glad he's out there. He deserves it for the work he's put in over the years. Looked like he might have missed this World Cup, so to be out there and a game of this magnitude in the second half is a great moment for him and his family. He brings with him real tactical acumen. Hopefully he can help Canada restore a bit of control in this game, get on the ball a little bit and cause Croatia some problems like they were in the first 15-20 minutes.
Tory gets it away for Hutchinson. And Johnston. Buchanan. Hopefully nothing too serious for Stefano Stacchio, who was down in the first half, but able to finish that first 45 minutes. He has had his injury struggles leading up to the tournament. He's such a crucial player for John Hurt's side through the World Cup qualifying campaign. Levaya. Picked up here by Kone. Miller. Kone, two Montreal teammates combining. And now it's Stephen Vittoria, who will turn 36 in January, to Atiba Hutchinson, who will hit 40 in February. What? Buchanan down the right side. Way back Vardiol.
Oh!
Buchanan picks it up here on the edge of the box as the cross goes in deep to the middle.
Aye!
Towards goal there.
Yeah, it's a tough angle, but the defender was not getting anywhere near that.
Have it! Whoa!
From the midfield from Brampton, Ontario, who wasn't too far away from tying it up.
Tremendous run from Osorio, and through a couple of Croatian players, and then trying to cut the ball across. Livakovic, good strike, just always curling past that far post, but it wasn't far away. A couple of inches there from drawing Canada level.
Sosa's ball forward. Vittoria meets it. Picked up by Tejan Buchanan. And Croatia playing their way out of trouble once again as they come down the right side with Juranovic. Modric. Luka Modric with more World Cup appearances than anyone in Croatian history. This one is number 14. It's his fourth World Cup, the first Croatian player to be at 4 World Cups. Vittoria under pressure there. Modric, the sixth most capped player at this World Cup. It's his appearance 157. Brozovic, back for Guardiola. Still a new deal with RB Leipzig, keeping him there until September 2027, but probably not keeping him there because he's being linked with some huge moves away. It would just mean that at least the fee will be high if he's got a longer contract when he does indeed leave.
Very high, I think it's going to be for Guardiola. He's been composed most of the time here this evening.
Here's Alphonso Davies rushing forward. Sosa got back, and Sosa clips it up towards halfway. Kovacic charging through.
Holy shit!
Kovacic out to the right side. Kramaric. We've got the 1-1 goal. Kramaric with the cross into the middle. It's over the top of Ivan Perisic. And all the way out here for Boris Sosa. Teasing ball into the middle. Ball couldn't clear it. Buchanan looked to clear it away.
Levaya almost just get there in front of Milan Borjan. Just tap that into the net. Two dangerous crosses from Croatia. First the right, then the left. Perisic was lurking in the middle. Almost gets to that one. It's an awkward save from Borjan, but he does enough to prevent it from going into the net.
Striding forward here, Guardiola is fouled by Tejan Buchanan, who gets a yellow card. Johnston and Davies, the two players, by the way, that are in danger of missing the final group game, having got a yellow in the first match.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing there, just to bring down Guardiola after a really excellent run by the centre back. And it was a booking that he knew was coming, but probably had to make.
Croatia yet to have a yellow card in the tournament. Marcelo Brozovic standing over this free kick. His third World Cup, his 9th appearance. Former Serie A winner with Inter, over 300 appearances for the Milan club. Hutchinson heads it away.
Oh!
John Herdman talking in great depth about just what it meant to him to be able to work with someone like Atiba Hutchinson, a special man, an absolute privilege. And he compared it to being able to work with Christine Sinclair, another Canadian icon, on such a huge stage, as he has done during his time with the women's national team. Hutchinson's landmark milestone moment, 100 caps for Canada today, having made his debut all the way back in 2003 against the United States. Lovely turn from Kone to get away from Modric. Larea down the left side. Larea against Juranovic. Croatia getting the bodies back. Kone. Now Davies. And it just fell apart there for Canada as it's brought away by Mateo Kovacic.
A little slack from Davies there. Got to be a bit more careful, especially the way this Croatian team break on the counter.
Modric. Modric up against Larea on the far side. Brozovic. Down the line for Luka Modric, who glides into space and the cross pulled up for He comes in third place country.
Quite simply keeps Canada in the game with a tremendous save here. What a cutback from Modric into the perfect area. Kramaric is working around the penalty spot, and that is tremendous stuff. Full stretch from Milan Borjan. The save he just had to make. If this game had gone 3-1, there was no way back for Canada. Big moment.
The 35-year-old Milan Borjan, who talked in the build-up to this tournament about how he wanted to repay Canada for everything the country had done for him. It's off the back of Atiba Hutchinson. Davies. Now Osorio, dispossessed by Modric, but he fouled him.
Just getting the foul there, probably the right decision. It was a bit risky into Osorio with Modric on the high press.
And here comes Kone. Johnston down the right side. Through he goes into the path of Jonathan Osorio. Marshalled by Gvardiol. Back here for Tejan Buchanan.
Drink!
And across the...
Whoa!
Fingertips from Ravakovic. Osorio having a good impact on this game. A lovely forward run into good space there. Buchanan supports it. Jonathan David just sweeps that across Lovren. It's an excellent touch there from Dominic Ravakovic.
Then Lovren getting a yellow card there from referee Andreas Matante. Alfonso Davies standing over this corner for Canada.
Whoa! Hey, yo!
In towards that 6-yard box where Gvardiol heads it away. Osorio. Now Kone, who have both been heavily involved since coming into this game at half-time.
He's asking for scissors.
Borjan downfield, Sosa had to head that one away.
You told me they don't have to
number 19s who play their club football in the Bundesliga. Sosa with Stuttgart, Davies of course at Bayern Munich. Alfonso Davies' teammates. Josip Stanisic is on the bench for Croatia today. Had a long conversation. Both teams were checking out the pitch on arrival at the stadium today. Well, it's been a pretty good response from Canada, having been overrun by Croatia towards the end of that half.
Yeah, the change of formations helped. Extra midfielder, good giveaway from Bojan.
Given away straight to Ivan Perisic, but Bojan is able to take it.
I think the three at the back has helped me. Certainly the extra midfielder, Vitorio's had some good moments, particularly making forward runs.
Alfonso Davies just keeping it in play down the right side here, cutting it on Guardiola. Back it comes for Tejan Buchanan. Blocked away there by Marcelo Brozovic. And Travers picks it up deep on the far side.
And that's where I think Canada have to be a bit cuter, play a bit more composed there. It was laying over where Buchanan could have used Coney and tried to get an overload, instead going for a pretty weak shot.
Davies. Now Vittoria. Vittoria once again, Croatia with everybody back behind the ball. Davies losing possession. Good footwork from Kovacic down the left. Johnston picks it up. Inside for Soria. Toronto FC midfielder finds a Timo Hutchinson. He'll look to pick out Tejan Buchanan. The Bruges man down through the legs of Guardiola, unable to get on the other side of it.
Yeah, it was good defending again from Guardiola. Stands up tall. He was pretty strong defender, but good stuff again from Canada. Nice passes between the lines. Kovacic has been magnificent in this game. Covered with his movement, his running ability.
I think there might be another change coming up. It seems as if Junior Hoylett has just been called back to the bench for warm-ups. It will be the third change of the day for John Herbert. The only other substitute warming up at the moment is Sam Adekubi. And Bruno Petkovic, Dinamo Zagreb, maybe for Croatia. So the first change of the day for Zlatko Dalic, we'll see Marko Lavaya leaving the game, having been handed the start today. Right now, he's the match winner. A goal in the 43rd minute after Kramaric had tied it at 1-1, following a second-minute header from Alfonso Davies. And John Herdman now standing shoulder to shoulder with Junior Hoylett inside the technical area with a few final instructions for the 32-year-old from Brampton, Ontario. Petkovic into the action early. There is Hoylett, who started the game against Belgium. Came off just before the hour to be replaced by Kyle Larin. He will himself get the final 30 minutes of this one today. Sosa down the left. Petkovic giving it away. Timo Hutchinson comes forward. Now Alfonso Davies. Davies skips the first challenge. Can't beat Guardiola. He just slipped there, coming off the grass onto the turf, which is around the edge of the pitch here, where the track has been from previous athletics championships. It's the rare for Hoylett, the change that is being made here by John Herdman.
Yeah, Hoylett will come on to the right wing back position. Tejan Buchanan's already tracking over to the left hand side. Lot of energy, Hoylett. We look to get forward down the right, certainly provide some service into the strikers, David and Davies in the middle.
Yeah.
Does a good job in inviting the challenge. It's Guardiola. If it just gets too tight to let you think,
Shut up. He's in the box. He's in the box. Look,
on the edge of the
he's in the box.
This is one that they probably want to try and aim in the back post and trying to score at the far post and hoping that Reynolds get across the front, maybe get a little bit in it. Just coming on.
Yeah, he hasn't had a hit. He scored this. He's better at
52nd cap for Junior Hoyler. He won the 50 mark against Japan in the last game before the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Either the right boot of Hoyler or the left of Davies. It's got to go across. He tried to go near post there, or maybe miskicked it, but it's got to go across and miss the ball for sure. Like I said, maybe there's a touch or not, but it has to go to that far post.
What did Lucas have? I thought about it. Need some sort of arrogance right now.
Dominic Livakovic, 26-year-old goalkeeper from Dinamo Zagreb, at the 2018 World Cup as the third choice goalkeeper. Played all 4 games at Euro 2020. Only conceded a couple in the group stage, then gave up 5 against Spain in the round of 16. Beaten 2 minutes in tonight, Livakovic. And his team leads. 64th minute of play at Khalifa International Stadium. It's the 4th of 8 matches being held here. There'll be 1 round of 16 game. There'll be a 3rd place match as well. And hosted England's 6-2 win against Iran and Germany's shot loss against Japan. The Canadian fans out in full force. It's been great to see. Bumping into some outside the stadium or on the subway as we make our way around Doha. Some coming to visit us outside our TSN studios at Super Wakif as well. Here's Modric on the far side. Lovren, who was on the bench here in 2019 for Liverpool in this stadium when they won the Club World Cup. Guardiola turning it back to Livakovic, who has won 5 league titles in Croatia with Dinamo Zagreb. It's a Croatia throw. Croatia losing their last 2 meetings against CONCACAF opposition, both against Mexico, 3-1 in 2014, 1-0 in 2002. The last time they beat a CONCACAF side was Jamaica in '98. All of Canada's 5 games at the World Cup coming against European opposition so far. That will change, of course, when they face Morocco in the final game of the group stage. Morocco with 4 points right now, after a draw against Croatia and then beating Belgium earlier today. Croatia just getting a little bit more possession now after Canada started brightly in the second half. Yeah, just slowing the game down, playing percentage type football. They've got the players who can handle it in possession and just take this thing out of a football match. Long throw headed away by Vittoria. Hoyler hops it around to Davies. Guardiola. Quickly out from Boyan, but no chance of Jonathan David getting there. It wasn't a good throw either by Boyan, even if it was accurate. I think Canada need to set up the way they want to play out, get into that shape a little bit quicker. Maybe a bit of anxiety creeping in as they know they have to score a goal here to get back into this game, to give themselves any chance of getting out of the group. Croatia ranked 12th in the world, lots of World Cup experience. Runners-up in 2018, they made the semi-final as well, losing to France in '98. Croatia becoming the 13th different nation to reach the World Cup final.
when they got there in 2018, losing 4-2 to France. Won all 3 group stage games at the last World Cup, beating Nigeria, Argentina and Iceland. Buchanan now patrolling that left side up against Juranovic. Miller for Hutchinson. And now across the back to Vittoria. 37th cap for Canada today. For Vittoria. Johnston. Cut out by Juranovic. Modric forward.
What a great pass from Petkovic there as Croatia was striding forward again, just careless from Johnson in his pass.
David was looking for the ball through for Davies, who had attacked the space at pace, but it didn't quite work out. Away by Lavakovic, out to the far side. Josip Juranovic, Celtic man looking long, too far over the top of Luka Modric. Modric with the golden ball in 2018, 2 goals in 7 appearances, scored in the group against Nigeria and Argentina. Boyan having to come out to get there, he does, just ahead of the substitute Petkovic.
Just wonderful anticipation from Mateo Kovacic, just steps onto it and drives forward. Pass was a little long in the end.
David. Now Johnston. Canada pushing for an equaliser with a little over 20 minutes to get one. Hoylett. Kone, half-time substitute, along with Osorio. Bojan booed by the Croatian fans. They know his history, they know he plays for Red Star Belgrade in Serbia, where he's a 5-time Serbian champion. This is Osorio dropping deep to get on the ball. Hutchinson turns it round the corner but kicks it away. Kramaric, Modric. Now Kovacic towards Brozovic. Flopped it out for Perisic down the left side. 118th appearance for his country. Ivan Perisic cutting in with the cross in towards the back post. Controlled there by Kramaric. It's 3-1 for Croatia. It's the second of the day for Kramaric. And Canada's World Cup hopes now hanging by a thread. Having taken the lead early in this, they trail by 3-1 with time running out. A hammer blow.
Really disappointing goal to lose from Canada's point of view. Some tired legs out there now in the back of Canada. It was too easy for Perisic just to cut inside, pick a ball into the back post, and far too much space for Kramaric. Great first touch from him to bring it back inside onto left foot again. Just sweeps it into the corner through the legs of Atiba Hutchinson. Tremendous finish into the bottom corner. Such a poor goal to concede.
See, now imagine if Tamori actually just had to play for
70th minute strike from Kramaric. And now Croatia sensing they can put this one well out of reach. As Lucas Cavallini and Seman Akubi get set to come on. For Canada, it's into the front post. Kramaric wanting a World Cup hat-trick.
Just couldn't quite get there.
Whoa.
Stretching. All the way Petkovic could have been alive in the middle and he probably had a tap in behind Kramaric. He's played well today, he's played in that wider position and it suits his game better. And it allows him to drift inside and he's technically very good with both feet.
Jonathan David makes way for Lucas Cavallini, who spent the last couple of years with Vancouver Whitecaps, but won't be returning to Vancouver. And here comes Kramaric making way. His 2 goals helping fly Croatia to a first victory of this tournament. And it's Nikola Vlasic coming on, the Torino man, who started the first game. Cavallini with 18 goals for Canada in his last 27 appearances. It's a huge task now for this Canadian team. They've carried before, but this one might be just a little too high.
Yeah, you can never say never in this game. There's certainly still enough time to get the goals, but it does seem like Canada have lost a little bit of belief.
Davies down the right side. Buchanan is in the middle. Cavallini there as well. Davies looking for support. Goes in towards Kone. Adakubi. Vittori.
Don't say anything to me, you're not lying.
Into Cavallini. Cavallini closed down by Juranovic as he makes the cross into the middle for Davies. Novakovic was able to get there.
He was in an offside position, Buchanan. It was good play from Cavallini. Nice little ball to the back post. Alphonso Davies knows he can't score with this header. He's trying to just guide it into the middle to a teammate. Buchanan had straight a couple of yards offside.
Atiba Hutchinson, by the way, going 72 minutes on his 100th appearance for his country before being replaced there. In that double change, Cavallini for David, Adakubi for Hutchinson. Played in towards the edge of the box, and Kamal Miller defending well.
He stays nice and tight. Kamal Miller there on substitute Vlasic.
Kovacic coming across to take this one. Over 200 appearances for Chelsea. Play to Modric. Real Madrid man finding Brozovic. Juranovic. Brozovic. Croatia will finish the group against Belgium. At Ahmed Ben Ali Stadium, where Canada opened their group play. Canada's final game at Al Thumama Stadium in Doha on Thursday, December 1st, against Morocco. But unless there is to be some kind of sensational comeback in the last 15 minutes, that match for Canada will not mean a lot in terms of this particular World Cup, as they won't be able to make it through. Davies. Brought down by Hoylett. Hoylett from distance. Reading now. Terrific goal, but not connecting or getting the direction he would have wanted.
It was a hard one. There was pressure from 2 or 3 Croatian players. He doesn't catch it the way he would have liked. all about getting a goal here for Canada. Can they get another one just to make this really interesting? Not an easy task against the side who, once they got to grips with this game, have been pretty dominant.
Now only one clean sheet in the last 7 games for John Herdman's Canada. Pekovic rolling it forward, more towards Vlasic, but Johnston picks it up and feeds the ball across to Sam Adakubi. Miller. Now Junior Hoylett. Victoria. Long ball forward, trying to find Adakubi, who's putting pressure on Juranovic. And it's out for a Canada throw. Pressure from Adakubi wasn't particularly accurate ball from Victoria, but Adakubi did a good job of making Juranovic defend it. Strong running here through the middle from Croatia as it comes out to the near side for Ivan Perisic. Perisic running it out to Johnston. And Perisic saved. Comes back out as the chance for Kovacic. Brozovic gets the biggest chance as Kovacic elects to pass. Good save from the legs of Borjan and the counter attack. Into the path of Junior Hoylett. Here we go! Cavallini was charging forward into the middle. Turn back for Hoylett. Kone hooks it back for Johnston. A lot of the talk is about Modric in this midfield, but Kovacic has been absolutely exceptional. He's running to drift past people all night long. Sensational stuff. He sets up this move. The first hit from Borjan's good. It's back to Kovacic. He elects the pass. And I think the second save's even better. From the leg again, the right leg of Milan Borjan to prevent Brozovic from getting the fourth. Kovacic won the Champions League with Chelsea in 2021 and the Club World Cup. Also 3 Champions League titles during his time with Real Madrid as well, and another couple of Club World Cups.
Few trophies there, isn't it? Shows you that the talent of Canada up against. But that was the big moment. Alphonso Davies turning this game on its head right at the start. Croatia sewed back into it. Kramaric, a lovely finish for their first. Lavaya finds the bottom corner for the second. And Kramaric in the wider role. Too much space and time to bring that one down and slot another one into the corner.
For that period just before half-time, from 1-0 to 2-1, they were sensational.
Yeah, they were. They just turned the screw. The game management, we talk about game understanding, game management all the time, and they just knew that Canada were on the ropes. They had them, they couldn't get out, and they went up a gear or two. And unfortunately for Canada, they couldn't handle it, they couldn't cope with it. Showed them their quality and really dominated this game from that on.
And picked up here by Kamal Miller, who made his debut for Canada back in 2019. Spent the last 2 years with CF Montreal, but lots of speculation he could be on his way to a different club. It's been attracting interest after a couple of very good seasons for club and country. Borjan, Kone. Victoria looking long towards Lucas Cavallini.
It's a solid challenge from Cavallini. Deserves to make it. One bonus, so sad. Canada going a little more direct. Not a bad tactic at this stage. And Cavallini will run the channels, but he doesn't have to make challenges like that. Just lets Sosa off the hook with a silly foul.
I think it's the first time Canada have allowed 3 goals in a game since that Nations League defeat against the US back in 2019. That was following hot on the heels of the Nations League win against the United States at BMO Field, which was a landmark moment, Steve. You were part of that, and that was a huge stepping stone on the way to where they are today.
Yeah, it was a moment where the nation and these players believed they're incredible as possible, and they've proved that they're here.
You're
Competing at the highest level against some of the best teams in the world, and doing a tremendous job.
We got 4 hours. Who's watching BC right now?
And the personality that everyone around the world is loving so much.
I wonder if they brought their horses too.
Shot from distance there by Perisic. Davis and Cavallini scored on that win against the US. We could do with goals from them just about now.
This is a time, this is it, and this is the stage.
Boyan's ball driven low downfield, but out of play it goes. 7 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Kramaric, just the second Croatian to score a brace in the World Cup. The first was Mandzukic in 2014 against Cameroon. And for all the pressures Latko Dalic was under coming into this game, he made that decision. Brought in Levaya, moved Kramaric out to the right side of the attacking play. And he got it right.
And it was a big decision to keep Kramaric in the 11. There was some talk that Kramaric would be out altogether, but to keep him there was an inspired choice. He's played well from that wider area. I think he enjoys having less pressure to lead the attack and likes to float in those wider areas. There's been some interchange in that front three. All played their part in this very good performance.
Buchanan. Now Johnston. Davies. Vardial snapping at his heels as Davies turns. Through the middle towards Hoylett. Can Jonathan Osorio get there? No, he can't. And Juranovic should have been a favourite, even if it wasn't running out of play.
But that's the guy. The big balls guy, Anthony.
Canadian fans turning out in big numbers here and watching in big numbers back home. Kamal Miller getting into it a little bit. For both of them.
It should have been a yellow card for Modric. He was trying to slow the play down, prevented Miller from playing it quickly, and that's all he wanted to do to get the ball going, get the game moving. Maybe the extras just meant that referee Andres Matonti felt it was too much, put him in the boot.
We're going to see Lovro Maia coming on, the man who plays for Rennes in France, 24 years old, thought by many to be the heir apparent for Luka Modric in this team.
Oh!
Vardial puts it out of play for a throw. It's going to be a triple change for Croatia. Pasalic and Orsic also getting set to come in. Here's Davies. Johnston. Straight off the back of Brozovic there.
Every year he goes back to the preseason and then he gets.
So he was involved in that preseason.
So here come the changes. Ivan Perisic, one of the players who will be making way. Luka Modric also leaving the game.
Sure.
And Mateo Kovacic as well. I think Zlatko Dalic feels the job's done.
Yeah, job's done. Rest with two stars, but you see the strength and depth when you look at the players coming onto this game. Meyer, Stadler, Rayman, terrific player. Pasalic plays his football at Atlanta. And Orsic is in a great season with Zagreb in the Champions League.
You climb on the other side and then just jump right down.
My thick thighs and my pencil push up.
That'll wake you up.
So Maya, Osic, and Pasalic on for Kovacic, Perisic, and Modric for Croatia. Here's Koenig carrying the ball forward towards halfway. Osorio now cutting inside. Through for Cavalier. Good sliding challenge.
Just short of pace, the pass. Great idea from Osorio. Right pass. It just needed a little bit more pace to get in front of Cavalier. To give him a shot at goal.
So all 5 changes made now by both coaches. Lovren will hammer this one forward. 3 minutes or so away from stoppage time here at Khalifa International Stadium on the edge of downtown Doha. Vittoria. Hoylett. Johnston with the throw here. Into Hoylett. That Davies goal giving Canada the lead seems a long time ago now. Heading in from Buchanan's cross. After just 68 seconds of this game. A couple of goals for Croatia just before half-time. The 2018 World Cup runners up in front at the break. And then Andrej Kramaric sealing the deal with 20 minutes left to play with his second of the game. A result that will mean Canada cannot advance. Davies. Strong running forward, it's played out to the right side there for Juranovic. Maya. Overall, Maya, the 24-year-old who scored twice on his first Croatia start. Last goal was in the Nations League against Denmark back in September. Second substitute appearance in the tournament. They're coming through quickly here. It's Petkovic, the substitute with an opportunity. Played back to the edge of the area. And straight at Boyan then as the shot came in from Pasalic. Didn't get the power behind it.
I would play like fucking balls to the wall against Belgium. Then we come up against Croatia.
Rigo's clear. John Herdman still issuing instructions on the edge of his technical area. Kone.
Just randomly go upstairs.
9 shots on target for Croatia. Just the 2 for Canada. 6 minutes of stoppage time to be added on here. In Doha, Hoylett turning. Here's Kelly. This is Alfonso Davies. Davies into the path of Johnston. Johnston's cross to Buchanan couldn't get on the end of it.
Forgot something in the microwave.
It was a terrific header by Lovren. Totally penalised for a foul. But the initial header from Lovren was really good. He just had eyes on the ball. Wait, mate, this is the Vittoria one on Petkovic. Lands into the back, and Petkovic just goes over very easily. No rush from Croatia to take this.
Still to come today, a little over an hour away from kickoff in one of the games of the group stage, if not the game of the group stage. Germany and Spain, especially given the context of the Germans right now, having lost that opening game against Japan.
Playing a bit earlier than Costa Rica's victory against Japan. So that group is
Why would you do that? You're on God.
the highlights of the competitive groups that they felt.
Yeah.
For certain teams, it's not been the case.
It looked really bad. All of us. I mean, I feel like if anything, I feel like it's kind of like which made no sense because they were losing.
No, but yes, and you're a known. So like, if you were a known player playing in Portugal,
No, like, was he doing it to like disrespect him or like in Ireland? I think he was like doing
Little
like,
over a minute into the switch being added on here at the end of this one. The draw on the far side.
Yeah, sure, that happened. No, the best was the bench's reaction to when the fucking goalie got fucking slide tackle from behind.
Now Kone. Lovely ball from Kone into the path of Tejon Buchanan down the right side. Buchanan, now Johnston.
Never seen him smile before.
It's Alfonso Davies with that cross in towards Lady. Comes back in. Good strike, kept the ball going. Hoylett again, and sorry I couldn't get on the end of that one, but then Benjamin for Croatia.
You know the coach for Iran, Portugal.
The good moments here from Junior Hoylett. This is the second strike. He's trying to cut across it. Doesn't quite get that cut spin he would have liked. Nathan Hands.
He's standing in the middle. You're not marking Messi.
Then you hear the guy in the halftime to the translator yelling.
For his 15th
Sometimes go hard.
international goal.
Why don't you take your phone out? Take a picture with him. I would die.
His 10th all-time list of scorers for the men's national team.
That guy's like crazy with.
He won the AFCON Ivory Coast.
Cavallini.
Carlos
Alfonso Davies. 3 minutes of stoppage time gone here. As it's in towards Osorio. He's got Anakubi for Victor on the left side. Anakubi across to Tejon Buchanan and away by Guardiola. It's great stuff from Canada. Still pushing here right to the very end.
Oh my God. No. I'm not having that.
It's Maya the substitute.
Take it off. Take it off. Why are they celebrating? It's 4-1. You fucking lose.
And in the end, it looks easier for Croatia with the scoreline than at times it was. But Canada will be eliminated after 2 matches. Canada pushing forward, trying to get the English. A poor mistake from Kamal.
He fucking sweating.
Doesn't clear it, just squirms underneath through his legs, and Orsic is gone. He's through in on Milan Borjan, very unselfish to just square it to his fellow substitute over Amaya, the Stade Rennais man, with a wonderful left foot. He's not going to miss that. Blasts it into the net. Croatia had their worries in this match. They had to work extremely hard to get in this position, but in the end they're going to run out comfortable winners. Anakubi down the left side, whips it in towards Cavallini. The substitute man making it 4. Not a lot Milan Borjan could do about that. And it was lovely from Zagreb man Orsic just to find him in the middle there, look. And Lovro Mayer with his 4th international goal in just his 13th appearance. Croatia's best young male player in 2018. Actually played against Jonathan David a few weeks ago in France. 1-1 draw with Rennes against Lille. But Zlatko Dalic can breathe a little easier. The pressure lifts a little bit on the Croatian boss.
Or that boss. I'm tired. This is a triple makeover.
And Croatia finding their stride after a below-par performance in their opener against Morocco. Canada giving the ball away once again. And it's almost an own goal. It's Kamal Miller came sliding in. The final whistle goes. Canada eliminated after 2 matches of their World Cup return. The country does get a goal to celebrate.
But in the end, a comeback from Croatia, where they scored 4 goals, having been one down just 2 minutes in. It means it looks a heavy defeat here for John Herdman's side. Maybe the final scoreline a little harsh.
But they're rebuilding
in the end, as Croatia really sharp.
Yeah, they really did. They showed all the class, the quality, they found their moments after a nervy start, a difficult start to the game. But once they got into their stride, they showed all that experience and they ran away with this game in the end.
4-time here at the International Stadium. Croatia 4, Canada 1, as we send you back to James.
Shut up!
Luke, Stephen, thank you. Time for our ambitious player of the match. Presented by CIBC. Kevin.
Well, there's only one man. The moments of the game was all hands on our feet. The greatest moment in Canadian men's soccer history. Alphonso Davies, what a goal, what a start. He had us all dreaming of something very special in this game. The celebrations went with it.
All right, we have tons of post-match reaction for you, and do not forget,
Don't
Spain
fucking piss me off.
Germany,
This went live.
before this tournament started, was the game of group play. That is ahead after our post-game. CTV will be going to your NFL games. Check your local listings for those, or you'll see them right after the break. We'll continue here in Qatar as Canada.
Laugh it up!
Officially done at the World Cup.
Yeah, look at this fucking wow. I like the shrimp and oh.
TSN at the FIFA World Cup is proudly presented by CIBC, Canada Soccer's lead partner.
We are a nation built on ambition. Our strength is not in our numbers, it's in our unity. A place where everyone belongs. Here, you're not an outsider for being proud of your heritage. You're at home. As much as we've achieved as a sport and a nation, our ambition only rises. On December 16th, the motion picture event of a generation.
I know. It wasn't even the fucking match.
I need you. And I need you to be strong. Avatar The Way of Water. Experience it in 3D. Tickets on sale now.
This does not look good. Maybe you just sent somebody to replace Kyle Darren.
86 rollers? 0 or regular. Regular or
anything like this before.
you need 83 and 86.
Is that a swarm? Ooh, that's Osmo's baby.
They want to go. I think I have Lou Gehrig's.
RS is more than a style. It's a mindset where bold choices are the norm and style matters. It's a reminder. Whatever you do, introducing the 2023 Chevrolet Equinox RS and Blaze